Where cars once crawled bumper to bumper here in New York City's Chinatown, tables and chairs now line famous Mott Street, where diners can safely eat outdoors.
They prefer to sit outside. They're still worried about the coronavirus. And even though outside is full, they're willing to wait for a while.
Outdoor dining has been a lifeline for eateries like Wok Wok in New York City's Chinatowns, where overall business fell by around 50% since early January, according to nonprofit group Send Chinatown Love.
It was definitely obviously from COVID, the pandemic, and the shutdowns that happened, the mandated shutdowns. But I think on top of that, there was also xenophobia tied into it. And that's why Chinatown was affected as early as January, whereas many other neighborhoods, it took a little bit longer for their business to decline.
Although the city recently allowed indoor dining to resume at 25% occupancy, open street dining is the game changer. Rows and rows of tents now line Mott Street, historically one of the busiest streets here in New York City's Chinatown. And as you can see, outdoor dining is transforming this neighborhood, injecting new life into a community where livelihoods have been on the line. Outdoor dining is helping more than 10,000 restaurants across New York City stay in business. And thanks to a new citywide law making it permanent, it is also transforming the urban landscape for good. French Roast on the Upper West Side has installed plexiglass screens, expanded its outdoor seating area, and is preparing the space for the winter.
Luckily, it's been a nice summer. Now for fall and winter, we put up the tents, and we'll keep going from here. Eventually there'll be heating put into the tents. There's lights for at nighttime, so we're going to keep trotting through. As long as people want to sit outside, we'll be outside.
But there is only so much rain and snow that diners can tolerate.
New York City gets cold. So one of the things that we're changing in New York City is allowing restaurants to use heat lamps. So at least as it gets cooler, people can continue to eat out. But when it's freezing cold out, when it's snowing out, a lot of people probably won't want to eat outdoors, and that's why it's so important we can safely reopen and continue to increase the occupancy of indoor dining.
The number of restaurants forced out of business during the pandemic here has been difficult to quantify, but the New York Hospitality Alliance estimates 150,000 people remain out of work across the industry. Li Ling Tan, CGTN, New York.